Hey guys, so my project is on waste management, and I'm basing it on my first lesson from my unit that I did. So it comes from the EPA. So here's my lesson here. What I was gonna do if I was in class is we would go through the lesson, but I guess the big takeaway point is that you want kids to start thinking of where trash is and in their lives and how they can start preventing it. So that's what the first lesson from the EPA website is all about: pollution prevention. So the idea of pollution prevention is there are ways to make modifications in your life so that we can stop pollution before we start it. And that's kind of familiar to us when we went to see the river keepers, because she was kind of talking a little bit about that. But my resource is the waste management plant in Buffalo. So I just went to the Buffalo City website, which is right here, and they have something called a stormwater program. The website is really nice. It has a lot of more resources than I thought were available for waste management. So they have the stormwater program, and you can go to the website right there. So stormwater is basically runoff water that takes up pollutants. So any oil spills or any trash that is on the floor, it goes into the sewers, and then that water makes it into the waterways. But instead of making clean water, dirty water that gets filtered out to be okay water, we could prevent it by just keeping the clean water. So that's what the resource is about. And we talked a little bit about this in our River Keepers tour, because she said that they are selling rain barrels and they have contests. So that's one solution of like small things that you can modify in your life to prevent stormwater loss. So the website they have a whole management plan, and in the management plan they talk about giving resources to education around in the community and within schools, and also they give a lot of resources that you can have, just like quick and handy tips. So are there opportunities for teachers and schools to become involved? So within that management packet, they talk about taking an active role in informing the community, and they want to distribute lots of educational materials, and they have like a lot of bulletins, like quick tips, like don't dispose of these items this way, or call this number if you want to dispose of these items. How do these resources align with the content that we are expected to teach? So for me, I use KID 7, which comes from Standard 4. So it's basically about seeing the effects of humans on the environment and trying to make changes. The next question is, how can they be incorporated within your teaching? So what I would like to do is either take a trip to the sewer authority, or link up with the River Keepers tour and have them take us there, or have somebody come in and talk about what is actually done and like good positive solutions towards preventing stormwater loss. And the next question is, how would you have used this information to develop a class or school-wide program to expose students to the environment? So I was thinking we could have a water tour, so either on a rainy day, or you can just take some buckets of water outside and like pour it on the ground and watch where they kind of filter out to, and lead the students to realizing that the water always goes into the sewer. So like maybe what they had was clean water, but they wouldn't drink the water that they put into the sewer necessarily. And find resources within the building to slow down like water waste, or preventing any type of pollution like garbage from lunch or garbage around the school, paper wasting. stuff like that. How would you use this program to help students understand issues about the environment? I would present the students with a problem and kind of give them the resources to understand that water that is clean is being wasted because it's being put back into rivers and bodies of water, but it's not water that we could drink or usable water anymore, whereas if we would have prevented it from getting into the sewer system, it would have been usable water. And try to have them come up with solutions in their lives on how to use that, and come up with advertisements and make posters and kind of get them more involved in the issue. How would you use this program to facilitate students to become stewards of their neighborhood and community? So I would try to give them an option of finding solutions that they will use themselves. So what types of things are you willing to do? What types of modifications are you willing to make in your life in order to move forward with the solution? Also, trying to have parents and students volunteer together, whether it's within the school or at an off-site, is a really big way to get parents on board with change. And also, they have the same website has handouts that we could give out about lowering pollutants within your home. So overall, I think that the resource is mostly about exposure for me. I want to work in urban areas, and as we know, I was an urban student and I wasn't really exposed to a lot of different environmental issues when I was younger, and I think that has kind of stifled me into becoming less of an environmentalist than I can be. And even just taking this small course, like this one semester of environmental education, I think that I have changed a lot in my ideas and my views. And I think that if we had younger students, middle school, high school students, doing the same things that we're doing in this classroom, kind of researching things and looking at ways that the environment affects their lives, it kind of gets them more involved regardless of their economic background. And I think it makes it more important for the student than maybe we initially thought in the first place. So, thank you. Bye.